আমি প্রফেসর অখিল চন্দ্র বিশ্বাস, ঢাকা কলেজ গণিত বিভাগ। আমি আজকে প্রিয় শিক্ষার্থীরা, আশা করি ভালো আছো। আমরা আজকে অ্যাডভান্স নাম্বার থিওরি নিয়ে আলোচনা করব। আমাদের টপিকস হলো কোয়াড্রেটিক রেসিডিউ অ্যান্ড কোয়াড্রেটিক রেসিপ্রোসিটি ল। তা আমরা এইটা আলোচনা শুরুর আগে আমরা কিছু জিনিস, যেমন প্রাইম নাম্বার, হোয়াট ইজ প্রাইম নাম্বার, an integer p is said to be a prime number if p greater than 1 and p has only two divisors, that is exactly two divisors, 1 and itself. And also we discuss another topics, quadratic congruence, an equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c congruent to 0 mod p is called the general quadratic congruence, where m does not divides a. If m divides a, it becomes a linear congruence. So p does not divides a. And then we discuss what is quadratic residue. Let p be an odd prime number. Suppose p is an odd prime, that is, it must be greater than 3, equal to 3 or greater, and a is an integer such that GCD of AP is 1, that is AP equal to 1. We denote it by first bracket or parenthesis. And if the quadratic congruence x square a mod p has a solution, then we say that a is quadratic residue modulo p. If the quadratic congruence has no solution, we say that a is quadratic non-residue modulo p. For example, x square congruent to 4 mod 5. 4 is an integer, 5 is an odd prime, and its GCD is 1. That means 4, 5 equal to 1. And if we put x equal to 3, it satisfies the congruence. So x equal to 3 is a solution. So we can say that 4 is a quadratic residue modulo 5. And suppose x square congruent to 3 mod 5, it has no solution. So though the GCD of 3 and 5 is equal to 1, but it does not, any integer value of x does not satisfy the quadratic congruence. So this is quadratic non-residue modulo 5, and we rewrite it, 3 is quadratic non-residue modulo 5. We shall discuss some theorem on quadratic residue. Suppose theorem let A is congruent to mod P if A is a quadratic residue modulo P, then P is also a quadratic residue modulo P। অর্থাৎ আমাদের বলা আছে একটা লিনিয়ার কংগ্রুয়েন্স A is congruent to B mod P if A is a quadratic residue modulo P, then we have to show that B is also a quadratic residue modulo P। এখন দেওয়া আছে হলো A congruent to B mod P, this is given, and A is a quadratic residue modulo P, we have by definition x square congruent to A mod P as solution। তাহলে আমাদের 1 and 2 তে ট্রানজিটিভিটি লর সাহায্যে আমরা 1 ও 2 থেকে বলতে পারি by using transitivity law in 1 and 2 we have x square congruent to B mod P has solution। This means P is quadratic residue modulo, hence proved। Similarly, you can show that A is quadratic. Similarly, we can show that theorem, if it is non-residue, then P is also non-residue। Similarly, we can prove this proof is left for you। Now, if A is a congruent to modulo P, then the congruence x square congruent to mod P has two solutions. We shall prove it now। If A is a quadratic residue modulo P, then This theorem states that if A is a quadratic residue modulo P, then the quadratic congruence has two solutions. We shall prove this. Given that A is a quadratic residue modulo P has a solution by definition. So therefore let x1 be this solution. Therefore we name this equation 1. Let x1 be this solution, then we have from 1 x1, that means the quadratic congruence 1 will be satisfied by x1. This equation as 2. This congruent is named as 2. We set setting x equal to p minus x1, we have x1 whole square equal to p square 2px1 plus x1 square. We take common p, then it becomes p minus 2x1 plus x1 square is equal to x1 square modulo p. That is mod p. Number 3. Now we use transitivity law in 2 and 3. Then we have by using transitivity law we have mod p, which shows that p minus x1 is another solution of 1. These solutions, whether they are incongruent or congruent, we prove this. Thus x1 and p minus x1 are two solutions. But p minus x1 equal to 2x1, sorry, p minus 2x1 does not congruent to G mod p. This proves that x1 and p minus x1 are incongruent solution. Hence proved. This theorem shows that only two solution, but you can prove this quadratic congruence has exactly two solutions or precisely two solutions. Now we shall prove the Euler's criterion. Before Euler's criterion, we shall establish the theorem. P be an out prime and A be an integer. We have to prove that a to the power p minus 1 by 2 congruent to 1 mod p and a to the power p minus 1 by 2 congruent to minus 1 mod p. Since p is prime number and GCD of AP is 1, such that GCD of AP equal to 1, so we can use Fermat's theorem. By Fermat's theorem, mod p. This means P divides the two factors, product of two factors. This implies that therefore P divides a to the P plus 1 by 2 by definition of congruence, linear congruence. We can write this but a to the power P plus 1 by 2 plus 1 a to the power P minus 1 by 2 minus 1 equal to 2, which is not divisible by P, because P is greater than equal to 3 is a prime. That means thus P divides either divides first factor or divides second factor. Therefore either P divides minus 1 or P divides that is a to the power P plus 1 by 2 plus 1 congruent to 0 mod P, or a to the power P plus 1 by 2 minus 1 congruent to 0 mod, that is mod P and the theorem is proved. Now we shall prove the Euler's criterion. It consists two parts. If A is a quadratic residual modulo P, we shall state the statement of let such that then one number A is a quadratic residue modulo P if and only if a to the power P minus 2 congruent to 1 mod number 2 A is a quadratic non-residue modulo P mod P. We shall establish this theorem on the next class. Thank you, শিক্ষার্থীবৃন্দ।